Hey guys, it's Anna here, and I am here to discuss how to use picmonkey to make your posts pop. We want to make sure that you stand out amongst the crowd. So I'm going to first take an example on Facebook of kind of a boring picture, right? This is just me at Starbucks. So I'm going to go ahead and create this and make it pop so that I can tell a story behind it. So I've saved the picture, and you can see here that my post was very, very quick, and there was really no story behind it. I basically have said I took a pit stop, and now it's my turn to drive. But I can make a story behind this post. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how to do that on picmonkey. Now I have a paid account, and the paid account gives you a little bit more flexibility with fonts. It's super cheap. I think it's $25 a year. But I use picmonkey just about every day. So to me, that price is worth it. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and pull up this picture. So I'm going to go ahead and click design because I want to add more value to the picture than just typing on the picture. So for example, I'm going to make a Facebook cover because I use this all the time to make Facebook covers. I'm just going to go ahead and keep it white here. Now I want to upload that picture that I brought in from Facebook that I'm going to make a story. So I'm going to click the overlay button, and then I'm going to click your own. Now it took me forever to figure out how to actually bring in a picture in picmonkey. So just that one movement will save you a ton of headache. Okay, so here's the picture. I'm going to go ahead and bring this over to the right. And I'm going to show you a few things to make it stand out. Now, if I want to use this white background, then that's great, that's fine. But if I want to actually blend it into my picture, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back to editing, and I am going to, what I want to do is I want to get the blue background of the sky. So I'm going to, I'm just going to click text, and I'm going to add the text. But here's the trick. I click on this little gray button. It gives me a little dropper. And then I'm going to click on that blue sky. Click on that blue sky. And I'm going to start typing. Okay. Now you can see that the color code up here in the right-hand corner is a certain color, and that is that blue sky. I'm going to copy that code. I'm actually going to delete the text because that's not really why I need it. I'm going to go back to basic edits. I'm going to go to canvas color, and I'm going to type in here. I'm going to paste that color, apply, paste that color. Now you can see that that color is exactly like the color in the sky. Okay, so you can use color codes, or you can just use that little dropper to make the color that you want. So now I'm going to show you a cool little trick on how to kind of blend in so that there's this not this really strong line in here, okay? So we're going to go ahead and erase some things. We're going to make the eraser a little bit bigger, and we're not going to make it as harsh as it can be. So it blends in really well. So you have to click on the picture itself, and then you click on the eraser, and you just kind of go and blend it in. So I'm just going to kind of blend it in here. Again, I don't want to make it too harsh, so I can kind of roughly go. Since that blue is the same color as our sky, it's not going to be quite as obvious. Now, if this was black and white, then you would be able to see the little eraser marks. But I will say my hair looks kind of funky in that. But now you get the idea of being able to kind of erase around and make things look a little bit more flowy. I'm going to actually go back and do a little bit more erasing down here because it's really just kind of too strong for me. And we can kind of make it look like the clouds are really there, and I'll just blend it in. Okay, so now I've kind of blended myself in the background. What I want to do is I want to add some text to this. So I can say, speaking to my audience, you know, I like to talk about creating freedom as I was traveling on the road on a weekday, you know, when I really could have been at work. I want to tell my story. So you can choose whatever text you would like, whatever really fits. I like to just kind of go through and see what looks like it fits and makes it really clean. This may take a little time to play around with it, but the end product will be worth it. Busy mom. Not mop. Mop. Now, in order to make it bigger, you just slide the size over. You can center the text in that box as well. Let's see. What else would we like? Now, let's just say I wanted to do a little, and I don't get really fancy, but there are certain things that I like to do. Now, let's just say I want to add a feature here that's kind of a box, a text box, right? So if I went like that, it'd make it really big, but I can kind of drag it down here. And I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to grab a color that's not black, and I'm going to go ahead and click that little eyedropper. And I can kind of go into the picture and see what color would really kind of blend in nicely with this post. We're going to just pick that for now. And then I can actually make it fade a little bit, so it's not quite as dramatic. And go back to my text and say, you know, join me. Let's just say this is going to be a sneak peek post. Okay, so I'm basically just showing you the highlights of how I use PicMonkey and how you can use it. You can also change the text color, again, with that water drop. Like, I would just click on the blue and make it blend in there. If I wanted to darken this up, it would stand out a little bit better. Now, you got to kind of click on the letter so that you don't drag it. And so now you see how this looks professional. It does not look like a rookie did it. Well, it kind of looks like a rookie did it because I'm just kind of making it up as I go. But you can see just how amazing this can be for you. I don't usually use the textures. There are some themes right around the holidays. It's kind of fun to use. But I also want to show the overlays are like the squares and the boxes, and when you can upload your own picture, but this is kind of a fun thing to use as well. I like to use these circles, these little swishies. Adds a little bit more, drama to your picture than just your typical text. And I can bring this box up if I wanted to, and I can move this a little bit higher. And you just have to play with it. But the more time that you spend on your post, the more scroll catching it is, and you will be able to stand out above the crowd. You can also do your Facebook banners in a collage, same way. Here are some other labels that you can use. I don't use labels as much. I like to use kind of the squares, but you can use labels. You can change the color of the labels the same way. Let's just say I wanted to kind of grab that green in there. And when I want to send it back, I right click and I send backward. And I want to keep sending it backward because I have some text back there. Send backward. There we go. So you can keep sending it backward. And let's just say I wanted to duplicate the same text to create a shadow. I can click on the text. I right click on the text, duplicate text. It's exact same text, exact same size. And then I want to change the font to, let's just say, a white font and create a shadow like that. Okay, I hope that that's how it helps. You know, play around. There's lots to do with Canva, but those are really the most used tools in it. But I really like this little erase thing to kind of make things pop. So I hope that's helpful.